Hello, everybody. I hope that this little webcam video sneak peek really finds everybody doing well. Hi, I'm Stephanie Anderson, the hair replacement coach, and Stephanie Anderson at StephanieLAnderson.com. I just want to take a time today just to visit with you briefly, of course, to say hi and hope that everything's going well with you, but also to share some information that I think is really important. Recently, I saw an article on Facebook that came through and was very disturbing when I saw it. And I just started thinking about how prevalent it is that we must, as licensed professional, maintain the integrity of what it is that we do. And not to keep you in suspense, but allow me to just share some information with you. Last week, I concluded a training and certification in non-surgical hair replacement and medical hair loss. And each of the attendees were salon owners, hair restoration center owners, very professional and acclaimed in their respective areas. But we always talk about, one of the things I want to know is, why are you seeking to do this? And they shared that with me because, as we know, it seems like the number of people dealing with different levels of hair loss are just growing. I mean, the numbers just exponentially are just gaining every day. So it's really important that we have a credible, credentialed people who actually know how to service these people in the correct way to do that. So that's why it's so important for me in my journey and my mission to do that. So we did have that conversation. But another thing that really kind of piqued I started hearing as I was showing the various tools and the various products that I utilize, I was hearing different terminologies and names of products that we don't use in the industry. Like the amber solvent that I use, C22, to remove the adhesive in the tape. Someone said, well, can you use Glugon or something? And they both have a citrus smell, but one of them is used for crafts and to be used in another way. So that's why, fast forward today, when I saw the article on Facebook, I said, you know what? Maybe I need to just kind of speak briefly about this. Now, of course, after wrapping up training last week, I've already started promoting for my next training in June. So, of course, I'm getting already, thank God, I've started to receive people who are starting to make deposits on June's class. And I only allow 5, so if you haven't got yours in, you better do it quick because I stopped at 5. But I've gotten inquiries for people who are not licensed. People who are not licensed wanting to train in non-surgical hair replacement, and I feel responsible to not allow those people to do it, and I'll tell you why. Because we have to keep the integrity of what we do. We have to keep it professional. There are a lot of YouTubers and people blogging and got a lot of good information, but I'll tell you, if you do not have the credentials to go behind what it is you're providing a service, I think it's kind of injustice to the consumer, because they assume you know what you're doing. So, and it's very dangerous because we're using in this level of hair replacement, we're using some chemicals and different things, medical grade adhesives and tapes and different things that you really need to know not only how to use it, but why, and do that responsibly. So I could have made some money. 2 people willing to pay for 3 days training, but they were not licensed, and so I just couldn't do it. I kind of tried to encourage them and asked about, if they were attending school, and didn't get much response from that. But I want to encourage people to keep it professional, get your license so you can go to the next level of what you're trying to do. Now, I know that's probably different from a lot of trainers, a lot of coaches, but that's just me. But I hope no one has a queasy stomach. But I'm going to show a picture in a few minutes, and you've probably already seen it, but I want to start a dialogue because maybe it's me, maybe it's not me. I hope that some of you out there feel the same way I do, and then if you don't, kind of let's dialogue. But there are different companies that I utilize that even to get the supplies, the things that we apply, you have to show them that you're licensed. And that is because they do not sell to unlicensed individuals, whether salons or individuals, however you set up. In my treatment center, I've had an account with them for years, but they wanted to make sure I was credentialed. And that's because there are chemicals and there are things inside the tapes and adhesives and the solutions for removal that they feel that you need to be at a certain level to be able to utilize it. And so I adhere to that and I agree to that. And the reason that is important is because if you don't understand what you're using and why and how to use it responsibly, it can really wreak havoc on clients. I started out as a kitchen titian years ago, but I was mainly doing shampoos and sets and braids and different things, sometimes relaxing. But as I got the opportunity, I went to school and I got my license, and it has really afforded me the opportunity to go to the next level, on which I just encourage people to do that. But if you do not have the wherewithal or whatever it takes to go to that next level, there are so many different techniques that you can install units on. I only really use the adhesives and the tape for those people who are experiencing hair loss, because overuse the time of the adhesives and the tapes will cause traction alopecia, because that area is continuously being covered, and the removal and the application of that adhesive over continuous use will cause issues if you don't already have one. So there are so many different various ways of attaching frontals and cranial prosthetics. You can even sew them in. So if you have people who don't need them, I deal with a lot of women who need these units. They're bald, they have extensive hair loss, so they need them. So they have no way for me to attach them. They have no method of me to be able to anchor them any other way. But if you're using these systems for cosmetic use, just to, add volume, or you want to change your hair color, whatever, I wholeheartedly recommend that you just throw them in or clip them in or do something like that, and don't try to attach them. I know they look flawless once you attach them, but you can really get into trouble if you're not credentialed to do so. And so I guess this rant that I'm having, I guess I'm just going to show you the picture of what I saw yesterday that made me want to just kind of speak about the situation. I'm going to try to get someone from the manufacturing company that I get a lot of my adhesives and tapes and adhesive removers and different things, because there's MFDAs to all of that, to kind of talk about the importance of using those things responsibly. But I'm going to share my screen if I can. Hopefully this picture will come up. Let's see. I know how to do hair, people. I'm not really good with computers and stuff, but I'm going to try to share. Okay, so that is the picture that I saw yesterday. And in the caption, it read that, just be careful who you have to install your frontals and full units. Some people are using nail glue. Some people are using Gorilla Glue. Yeah, Gorilla Glue, you buy that like at Home Depot or Lowe's, but there are people who are using these things and you don't know it. It's very dangerous. This person, to me, those are open wounds. Depending on how they heal, they may have incurred some injury that may even cause them to need grafting. And it's because it's in front of some part of the hairline, those follicles in that area may actually have been damaged. So, we just have to be responsible. Don't use Gorilla Glue. Don't use anything that wasn't formulated, but for the usage it was intended to. So I'm going to kind of turn off this right now. So let's open a dialogue, if you will. Just share your thoughts about people using things that aren't intended for hair. Gorilla Glue, nail glue is for nails. Okay, so people, I'm throwing it out there. Please talk to me. Tell me what you think, okay? I hope all is well with you, and stay cool.